The swamp is trembling, feel the quake, oh yeah. Trump's got the moves, the power plays on display. Mac gets toasty, Ruby rise. Mac and thunder rolling, no compromise. Grassroots roaring, we're in the fight. Constitutionalists for liberty shining bright. Yeah, the fire's lit. It's time to take back bit by bit. Yeah, yeah, shake it up, shake it down. It's a swamp shakedown, oh yeah. From the people to the leaders, taking back our ground. Go right news, bringing truth, old and loud. When I'm marching forward, heads unbowed. Oh, John 2 rises, the Senate's call. But the grassroots voice is above it all. Meanwhile, Biden's policies bring us pain. Inflation climbing, it's a heavy chain. But Trump needs Biden, the table set for a new chapter this nation won't forget. Oh yeah, the winds of change. The constitutional republic will rearrange. Yeah, turn it up, feel the groove, it's accountability time, oh yeah. Dogs is here, making government alive. From the Hollywood lights to the factory floor. Trump's building bridges, opening doors. FEMA's bias, disaster sting. But truth is power, and we're the kings. Fox keeps rocking while trust betrayed. CNN and MSNBC, their light fades. Low-income voters see the way. With the GOP, there's a brighter day. Ooh, yeah, we're here to stay. Taking back freedom, the American way. Woo, woo. Raise your voice, make it loud. This is the people's jam, oh yeah. No bias, no lies, just truth from Uncle Sam. Go by news, the beacon shining bright. In this constitutional fight, we own the night. Ooh, yeah, yeah. We're rising, the swamp can't hold us. Oh no, we're thriving. BL keeps dancing, drums keep pounding, bassline rolling, never ending. Oh, the Joe Right News to the Capitol floor. We're reclaiming America and so much more. Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's okay.
I assume that's the horse?
Never assume. When you assume, you make an asshole out of yourself.
Hi, folks, and welcome to hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin. Since I took a day off of podcasting, there's a lot of news to go over today, so this might be a larger podcast than usual. But there's a lot of information that's gone on since Donald Trump has basically won the election. So as Democrats begin to autopsy the corpse of their 2024 campaign strategy, one left-wing polling firm has released exit polls that highlight how deeply out of touch they are with the American people. Over 3,200 Americans were asked why they did not support Kamala Harris. Their answers: inflation, illegal immigration, and her focus on trans issues. All I can say is, duh. These issues strike at the core of what working class Americans care about. I don't really understand the trans issues that much, but whatever. And Democrats seem to be missing the mark by miles. So welcome to hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin. Today we're diving into some explosive headlines that reveal just how much the GOP has gained ground, how the Democrats have distanced themselves from reality, and how a potential new federal department could shake up Washington's entrenched bureaucracy. Let's get into it. So today on hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin, we're diving into a critical update on President-elect Donald Trump's legal battles. A New York judge has delayed a decision on whether Trump's recent conviction could hold up in light of a major Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity. This case could set a new precedent for future presidents and raises big questions about the scope of executive power in our constitutional republic. Stay tuned. This is an issue every American should be paying attention to. Remember, we fight for what's right because it's time to go right.
Time to go right. Time to go right. Time to go right.
Welcome back to hashtag Go Right. I am your host, Peter Boykin, a constitutionalist for liberty. So in a historic shift, the GOP has won the support of low-income voters, a demographic that hasn't sided with Republicans since 1960s. In an unexpected twist, Hollywood actor Michael Douglas, a prominent Democrat, publicly acknowledged this realignment, saying Republicans under Donald Trump have become the party of the people, while Democrats are increasingly viewed as elitist. This stark admission from a figure in Hollywood underscores a reality Democrats may not want to face. They've lost touch with the concerns of everyday Americans. And with that, I'd like to tell people, I've been saying, look, for any liberal out there, lefty out there that's going through the TDS and screaming and shaving your hair and et cetera, well, it's your fault, really. It's them fault. Because you could have let Donald Trump win in 2020. Instead, y'all did everything in your power to cheat, to keep us from talking about it, to take down people who talked about it, to throw people in jail who dared protest about it, and you did everything in your power to try to throw Donald Trump in jail, and you even had people who tried to assassinate him. A bullet actually hit Donald Trump. And if you hadn't done all that, Trump would be done being president. And your little nightmare would apparently be over, right? But no, it's gotten worse because inflation is soaring and crime rates are a daily worry for millions. Democrats' answers focus on niche issues and ignore the bread and butter concerns of their base. Republicans, on the other hand, have tapped into these frustrations addressing the cost of living, border security, and education. These are the priorities Americans are asking for, and Republicans are listening. Douglas's reluctant nod to this fact reflects a growing sentiment that the party of the working class is now red, not blue. And I tend to agree. We'll be right back.
Okay, you know what? Let's just agree to disagree, my friend. Okay. What? Why? No!
Former President Donald Trump and now President-elect Donald Trump has launched the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, just like the crypto Doge, which is probably why my little Doge crypto has gone up in value in the last week or so. Now, aiming to restructure federal bureaucracy and eliminate wasteful spending, the department is headed by none other than Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, two figures who have promised in an era of government transparency and citizen, they promised an area of government transparency and citizen involvement. Now, in Trump's official press release, he stated, quote, "Together, these two wonderful Americans will pave the way for my administration to dismantle government bureaucracy, slash excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies." Both Musk and Ramaswamy have teased that citizens will play a major role in Doge's operations. Musk posted on X that all actions by Doge would be publicly available, encouraging the public to weigh in on decisions. Ramswari followed up, noting Doge will soon begin crowdsourcing examples of government waste and abuse, saying Americans deserve a say in government reform. Now, Trump has also set an ambitious timeline, pledging that Doge will root out $6.5 trillion in waste by July 4th, 2026, coinciding with America's 250th anniversary. Wow, that is not too far away. Beyond Doge, Trump announced additional key appointments. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem as Secretary of Homeland Security, tasked with enhancing border security. Pete Hegseth as Secretary of Defense. And John Radcliffe as the CIA Director. And other high-profile roles, including Representative Mike Waltz as National, not the same one that Kamala was hanging out with, WALTZ, as National Security Advisor, and Governor Mike Huckabee as Ambassador to Israel. Trump's appointments signal a strong push to revigorate government with individuals who prioritize American values and national security.
My gosh.
What do you guys think the dynamic is like right now between Kamala Harris and Joe Biden? Do you think there's animosity? Because he's being blamed for a lot of it, and I don't think it's deservedly so. She was just a bad candidate.
Well, actually, let's be very real and honest. The Democrats are in complete disarray right now. They're a party falling apart. They don't understand why they lost. They're blaming one another, and we have to remember, they pulled a coup against Joe Biden. Look, I'm never gonna be someone that apologizes for Joe Biden. As a matter of fact, I think he was the worst president in history. It was his administration. He was the leader of it. But Kamala Harris is completely complicit in all the failed policies. But they removed him out and installed her as the Democrat presidential candidate without a single primary vote. Talk about destruction of democracy. That was the greatest destruction of democracy that we've ever seen in an election outside the stolen election of 2020.
Cable news giants CNN and MSNBC are experiencing significant viewership declines, a trend that accelerated after Donald Trump's victory over Kamala Harris. According to Medialite, both networks saw steep drops, with MSNBC averaging just 596,000 viewers and CNN 419,000, compared to Fox News, which pulled in 2.6 million. The primetime numbers are even worse, with CNN's viewership plummeting by 30% and MSNBC by a staggering 54%. Analysts believe this trend isn't just about the rise of podcasts or streaming alternatives, but a breakdown of trust. Networks like MSNBC and CNN have long pushed narratives such as the Russian collusion hoax, only to have them later debunked. Americans are tired of the ideological slant and have turned away from outlets that seem to prioritize agenda over accuracy. I would also blame the big C that we dealt with for a few years as well. As a result, CNN is reportedly considering mass layoffs with potential hundreds of employees at risk. Puck News even suggests MSNBC's parent company, Comcast, might sell off the network due to low performance. CEO Mike Cavanaugh is considering spinning off several channels. This shift away from legacy media underscores a desire for truth and integrity, and it's no wonder Fox News, by contrast, continues to thrive by retaining viewer trust. Now, to add a little extra note, I don't have it in the news at the moment, but apparently InfoWars by Alex Jones was sold to The Onion. And their website is down right now. Alex Jones is now broadcasting on the Alex Jones Network. I don't know how that exactly works. I mean, I don't really understand the value of InfoWars and all that when people can just do podcasts. But then I also read something about the judge had stopped because they think the sale was sold to The Onion, but the sale was rigged at the last minute. So they've kind of put it off, and so now the sale is not going through. it's confusing. Meanwhile, I know the website's not down, and Alex Jones is like, I'm out, InfoWars, blah, blah, blah. I'm starting my own crap. So there you go. We'll be right back.
And someone feels uncomfortable, we can't go to that home. If you have loose dogs and someone on the team is comfortable with dogs and another person is not, we can't go to that home because of safety precautions.
So you feared the Trump houses. The people on FEMA were fearing the Trump houses like they were fearing people with vicious dogs in their backyard.
Exactly. And that's based on the trends. You can ask FEMA.
A recent controversy has erupted within FEMA after a supervisor who directed relief workers to avoid homes displaying Trump signs was fired. This supervisor, however, claims her orders weren't a personal vendetta, but rather part of a wider FEMA policy indicating a potential institutional bias. Now, in my opinion, it's hard not to believe her story. If this were an isolated, I watched the interview. If this was an isolated incident, the supervisor might have dismissed it as a mistake, but she's asserting it was a policy, not a personal bias. I also would think if it was her personal bias, you've seen how people reacted, they would have no remorse for saying, yes, I did that, blah, blah, blah. Is it an act of her covering herself? I'm not sure. Now, reports from Republican majority areas and states like here in North Carolina support these claims. Residents in this area have complained about neglectful FEMA assistance in comparison to their Democrat-leaning counterparts, reinforcing the idea that bias might be at play. This alleged discrimination in taxpayer-funded relief efforts raises critical questions about FEMA's integrity and the commitment to serving all Americans fairly, regardless of their political affiliations. It's pretty sad that their director, who hates Donald Trump, who they tried to impeach, doesn't know what he's doing, ruining things, would be passing down something like this. And it's not hard to believe that they're doing that. Honestly, if you want Trump supporters, you've already called us terrorists, MAGA, whatever, maggots, and called us trash. Well, I guess you would basically, why not let us die so they wouldn't have that vote for Trump, right? It's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Just bad.
Raise your voice, make it loud, this is the people's jam. Oh yeah, oh yeah. No bias, no lies, just truth from Uncle Sam. Go Right News, the beacon shining bright in this constitutional fight. We own the nights. Oh, no right news to the Capitol floor. We're reclaiming America and so much more. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We're rising, the swamp can't hold us. Oh no, we're thriving. Piano keeps dancing, drums keep pounding, bass line rolling, never ending. From Go Right News to the Capitol floor, we're reclaiming America and so much more. Oh yeah. Oh, people rise and feel the beat, oh yeah. From every corner to every street, we're building something strong and true. Accountability, long overdue. Hollywood whispers, but we don't wait. In the constitutional republic, we set the fight. Oh yeah, yeah. We're here to make it right. When liberty's fire burning bright, bring it home, hold the line, straight it's called tonight. Oh yeah, no more shadows, let's step into the light. From the heartland fields to the city streets, this is our stand where the nation meets. Yeah, oh, we're moving on. The swamps retreating, that old guard's gone. We go right there, fields to the city streets. This is our stand where the nation meets. Yeah, oh, we're moving retreating, that old guard's gone. With Go Right News and voices loud, we're America, strong and proud. The swamp's retreating, that old guard's gone. With Go Right News and voices loud, we're America, strong and proud. Yeah.
Imagine waking up every day to gifts that feel like Christmas has come early. For the past week or so, America has been unwrapping these presents left under the tree by President-elect Donald Trump. Trump Claus delivered huge surprises, a cabinet lineup that's causing shockwaves across the establishment, with appointments like Tulsi Gabbard as Director of National Intelligence and Matt Gaetz as Attorney General. The anti-establishment movement isn't just knocking at the door of the swamp, it's kicking it wide open. Welcome to hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin, where we bring you the news that matters most from a constitutional republic perspective, rooted in liberty and common sense. Let's dive into the top headlines from GoRightNews.com, breaking down the facts and the frenzy surrounding them. And you guessed it, this is the extra credit. Thanks for tuning in to our podcast and keep listening. We'll be right back.
Well, just moments ago, Wolf, Senate Majority Leader, the incoming Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, was asked about this nomination. He declined to comment about whether he could support this nomination. This comes as some Republicans, allies of Donald Trump, are warning Senate Republicans not to scuttle this nomination and that there could be backlash if they do. And what if Senate Republicans don't confirm him?
Well, then they have to deal with Donald Trump, and they'll have to deal with Elon Musk and his great new PAC. So, in the American people, this is a mandate.
Yeah, I want to.
First up, a so-called bittersweet headline, and somebody says I'm not saying the name right, but you know what? I'm not getting paid to say names right, so whatever. Senator John Thune, Thune, has clinched the position of GOP Senate Majority Leader after a tightly contested secret election. Many conservatives were rooting for Rick Scott to take the reins, believing his leadership would better align with the America First policies. Looking at it, he got a 92% conservative scale, but I don't know, being that conservative, it depends on the questions they ask and how they do it, and I do like a more moderate person. So now, while Thune's victory may be victory may not be ideal for a lot, it's a testament to the importance of grassroots activism. So thank you and everyone who called their senators and made their voices heard. And if you're still not happy with the choice, you can still call your senator and say, hey, butthead, I don't like who you picked. What are you doing? But it's a secret ballot, so they may or may not say they did or didn't. Who knows?
Matt Gaetz get the votes in the Senate?
I don't know. You're finding all the swamp creatures coming out right now. Everybody's got an opinion up here, but at the end of the day, President Trump was elected by an enormous vote, and he deserves a team around him that he wants. It's not us to determine that. We've got 53 votes in the Senate. We can confirm with 51. I've already seen where a couple of them says, I'm not voting for him. Wait a minute. You are not the United States of America. You have one vote in the U.S. Senate. You did not get elected president. Vote with President Trump. This is the last chance we're going to have of saving this country. And if you want to get in the way, fine. But we're going to try to get you out of the Senate, too, if you try to do that.
What parts of Trump's...
Did you ever have a family member profit off of the notoriety of any case that you sat over?
Say again, you're asking
yes or no?
me, you're asking me to comment on a case currently.
Well, it seems you're connecting the dots, Mr. Attorney General. I'm just asking you as to a general principle, but you are aware that Judge Merchan's daughter was profiting off of this prosecution. You are aware that that creates the appearance of impropriety. You know the very reason there's a federal rule against judges giving donations is because it is the very attack on the judicial process that we're concerned about.
I'm sorry, I don't agree agree with anything you just said, but I'm not going to comment on an
Okay,
on an
so you
action
won't
in
comment on it,
another
Mr.
court.
Attorney General, but you had no problem dispatching Matthew Colangelo. Who's Matthew Colangelo?
That is false. I did not dispatch Matthew Colangelo.
Matthew
That's
Colangelo,
false.
Matthew
False.
Colangelo became the Assistant Attorney General at the very beginning of the Biden administration. Without having been Senate confirmed, goes and gets this senior role at the DOJ, and then after, I believe it's Gupta replaces Colangelo, Colangelo makes this remarkable downstream career journey from the U.S. Department of Justice in Washington, D.C., and then pops up in Alvin Bragg's office to go get Trump. And you're saying that's just a career choice that was made that has nothing to do with the lawfare coordinated
I'm
by
saying
the
it's false. I did not dispatch Mr. Colangelo anywhere.
Well, do you know how he ended up there?
I assume he he applied for a job there and got the job.
But see, you know
I
what?
can tell
you know
you
what?
I had nothing to do with it.
Well, you might not have had anything to do with it, but we've got this contemporaneous evidence in Mr. Pomerantz's book. So Pomerantz writes this book, which I'm sure you're aware of, where he says, we put together the legal eagles to get Trump. We got all these folks together and we assembled them for that purpose. And so when we on the Judiciary Committee think about attacks on the judicial process, our concern is that the facts and the law aren't being followed. A target is acquired, here, Trump, and then you assemble the legal talent from DOJ, Mr. Pomerantz, and you bring everybody in to get him. And meanwhile, the judge is making money on it. The judge is making money on it, or the judge's family is making money on it for stuff that you yourself wouldn't do. You know, no one's going to buy this. No one's going to believe it. It's going to create great disruption. And I am saddened by it because, like you, I've given my life to the law. I care deeply about the law. And I think that the lawfare we've seen against President Trump will do great damage well beyond our time in public service. I see my time's expired. I yield back.
President-elect Donald Trump has wasted no time shaking up Washington, D.C. with a lineup of heavy hitters for his cabinet. First up, Attorney General Matt Gaetz, or Gatz, or whatever way you're going to pronounce it. Trump announced Representative Matt G. as the choice for Attorney General, promising to end the weaponization of government, securing the border, dismantling criminal organizations, and restoring faith in the Justice Department. Gaetz, known for ousting former Speaker Kevin McCarthy, is a polarizing figure who thrives on confrontation. His appointment has sent shockwaves through the swamp, with Adam Schiff leading the opposition, claiming Gaetz' confirmation would affirm the worst potential abuses of the DOJ. And I think Marjorie Taylor Greene was complaining too. I don't know, it's a lot of people griping. Meanwhile, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Florida Senator Marco Rubio, a surprising pick, will represent the U.S. on a global stage. While his hawkish tendencies raise eyebrows among MAGA conservatives, his recent loyalty to Trump might earn him a chance to prove his mettle. And I know some people are complaining because they wanted Richard Grenell, the openly gay. He was temporary director of the CIA under Trump. He was the ambassador to Germany. He works a lot with the log cabin Republicans. They wanted him in that position, but maybe Trump has another position for him. Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. And another bold move, Trump named Tulsi Gabbard, a former Democrat and staunch critic of the establishment, as his DNI. Gabbard's appointment has sparked accusations from figures like Adam Kinzinger, who basically, I got one right, who basically labeled her as pro-Russia. But her track record of prioritizing peace and protecting constitutional rights speaks for itself. Now, what's next? Expect relentless media attacks on these picks as the establishment scrambles to block their confirmations. But as Elon Musk aptly put it, the hammer of justice is coming. It's hammer time!
Got the hammer and it's time to strike. Breaking through the noise, setting it right. Rain in the swamp, it's a brand new fight. Truth bombs dropping, lighting up the night. Stop the man with the mega mic. to strike. Breaking through the noise, setting it right. Draining the swamp, it's a brand new fight. Truth bombs dropping, lighting up the night. Trump down, can't stop the man with the mega might. Trump's got the hammer and it's time to strike. Breaking through the noise, setting it right. Draining the swamp, it's a brand new fight. Truth bombs dropping, lighting up the night. Can't stop the man with the mega might. The Trump's got the hammer, and it's time to strike. Breaking through the noise, setting it right. Draining the swamp, it's a brand new fight. Truth bombs dropping, lighting up the night. Trump, time, drop the man with the mega might. Trump, time, can't stop the man with the mega might. Take the man with the mega might. Trump time, can't stop the man with the mega might. Trump's got the hammer and it's time to strike. Breaking through the noise, setting it right. Draining the swamp, it's a brand new fight. Truth bombs dropping, lighting up the night. Trump's got the hammer and it's time to strike. Breaking through the noise, setting it right. Draining the swamp, it's a brand new fight. Truth bombs dropping, lighting up the night. The night, 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 the lighting up, the lighting up, the night, the night, the night, the night, the lighting up, the lighting up, the lighting up the night. Yeah, Trump's got the hammer and it's time to strike. Breaking through the noise, setting it right. Draining the swamp, it's a brand new fight. Truth bombs dropping, lighting up the night. Trump, stop the man with the mega might. Trump, stop the man with the mega might.
We'll be right back.
Say it. I am useless with a capital Y.
I'm useless with a capital Y.
That's right. Now then, who is Guy Meat Drapes? What kind of name is that?
It's Madropodes, sir. It's Greek.
Well, why doesn't it sound like that when I say it? Meat Drapes.
I don't know.
You don't know much, do you, Guy?
No, sir.
Well, if a trip to the Bahamas ain't gonna get the molasses out your asses, maybe $10,000 will do the trick.
What?
$1,000. That's right. New prize. Top waiter leaves here tonight with 10 grand in his pocket. You know what 10 grand feels like in your pocket? Are you lampooning me, Meat Drapes?
If I defeat him.
Yeah, well, if ifs and buts was candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Tell him that.
もしもとだってお菓子。
No, I didn't say that. If ifs and buts was candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Yes, Trump-san, I translate.
Say it!
If and but was a candy and nut, we all have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Was that so hard?
Welcome back. So Bidenflation continues to hurt American families, just as much as the spell cracker wants to change Bidenflation to something else. As the Biden administration, I wish it was that easy. As the Biden administration winds down, its economic failures remain painfully evident. And things didn't change overnight. Inflation is creeping up again, hitting 2.6% after the Federal Reserve prematurely lowered interest rates. Now, key areas of impacts include basic necessities, eggs plus 30.4%, butter plus 5.1%, and oranges plus 7.2% are straining grocery budgets. Housing, rent is up 4.6%, and mortgages have soared 5.2%. Friend of mine from California, she says she can tell by people, everybody looks tired, nobody looks happy, everybody's working to death, everybody's worried about paying their bills. I mean, even the rich people kind of pretend it, but they're worried too. And I wonder how many people say, well, Donald Trump got elected, and they think, they'll start trying to blame Donald Trump when he doesn't take office until January 20th, I believe. Transportation, car insurance has jumped 14%. Car insurance is a scam. And repairs are up 5.8%. Meanwhile, healthcare and children costs have increased 6.8% and 6% respectively. Inflation has skyrocketed by over 20% since Biden took office. Despite promises of control, the Federal Reserve's early rate cuts only fueled demand, reigniting inflation. The bottom line, this administration's legacy will be defined by economic mismanagement, leaving American families with lighter wallets and heavier burdens. And one could hope that Donald Trump can turn this around. But 4 years goes by like that, and it takes time. It's sad because if a Democrat takes over after Donald Trump, they will probably say, look what I did, just like Biden tried to take, look what I did when it was Trump. And then Trump got left with a little bit of what Obama had, and then Trump took care of that really quickly because he knows economics. All right, we'll be right back with one more story.
And breaking news right now, we did not know how the end of the meeting would look. This is live. This is outside the White House, where President-elect Donald Trump has just left the White House. That's his motorcade right there, after meeting for well over an hour and a half with President Biden. Now, remember, their comments on camera were very short last hour, and we've been playing that for you because this moment in history is huge. Those two men have gotten together. We know that there were expectations of a peaceful transfer. They both talked about that, a peaceful transition. This was the precursor to that, and they both acknowledged that's the goal. And they were, as Trump put it, it's a nice day in the world today. We also know that the First Lady, Jill Biden, handed a letter.
The hell of Kamala. Well, at least I could dream. So in a rare moment of bipartisanship, President-elect Donald Trump and outgoing President Joe Biden met at the White House. Trump described this meeting as really good, leaving many to wonder what topics were discussed. Could it be a signal of a smoother than expected transition? We also know that Melania declined having tea with the enemy, Jill Stein, or whatever her name is, Jill Biden. And whatever. Hey, I'm happy. She doesn't need to go there. She doesn't need to start that. She don't want to go to the White House and go, look what you've done to my garden. No, according to the president-elect Donald Trump, the meeting was really good meeting. While details remain limited, this encounter suggests a willingness to engage in dialogue and potentially bridge divides within our constitutional republic. I love they always have this tradition of having this meetings, and I guess they had to forgo let me tell you the secret stuff. Well, I already know the secret stuff. Let me teach you the secret handshake. I already know the secret handshake. Oh, well, what do you want to do now? All right, guys, we'll be right back with our hashtag Go Right recap. Thank you for tuning in. This has been a little bit longer of a podcast than normal, and thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back.
The swamp is trembling, feel the quake, oh yeah. Trump's got the moves, the power plays on display. Matt gets Tulsi, Rubio rise, MAGA thunder rolling, no compromise. Grassroots roaring, we're in the fight. Constitutionalists for liberty shining bright. Yeah, the fire's lit. It's time to take back bit by bit. Yeah, yeah, shake it up, shake it down. It's a swamp shakedown, oh yeah. Oh yeah. From the people to the leaders, taking back our ground. Go Right News, bringing truth all aloud. We're marching forward, heads unbowed. Johnson rises, the Senate's call, but the grassroots voice is above it all. And meanwhile, Biden's policies bring us pain. Inflation climbing, it's a heavy chain. But Trump meets Biden, the table's set for a new chapter this nation won't forget. Oh yeah, the winds have changed, the constitutional republic will rearrange. Yeah, yeah, turn it up. Feel the groove, it's accountability time, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Doges here, making government align. From Hollywood lights to the factory floor. Trump's building bridges, opening doors. FEMA's bias, disaster sting, but truth is power and we're the kings. Fox keeps rocking while trust betray. CNN, MSNBC, they're like fades. The low-income voters see the way. With the GOP, there's a brighter day. Yeah, we're here to stay. Taking back freedom the American way. Raise your voice, make it loud, this is the people's jam. Oh yeah, no yeah. No bias, no lies, just truth from Uncle Sam. Go Right News, the beacon shining bright. In this constitutional fight, we own the night. Just truth from Uncle Sam. Go Right News, the beacon shining bright. In this constitutional fight, we own the night. Oh yeah, yeah. We're rising. The swamp can't hold us. Oh no, we're prime riding. Piano keys dancing, drums keep pounding, bassline rolling, never ending. From Go Right News to the Capitol floor, we're reclaiming America and so much more. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Welcome back to our hashtag Go Right recap. So in today's news, we covered an extraordinary realignment in American politics as the GOP wins the support of low-income voters and even earns the reluctant praise of Hollywood. Donald Trump's bold creation of the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, D-O-G-E, who let the Doge out, woo, 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 all right, sets the stage for a new era of accountability and citizen involvement in government operations. Meanwhile, CNN and MSNBC are scrambling to hold on to viewers after losing public trust, while Fox News continues to dominate the landscape. Lastly, alleged anti-Trump bias within FEMA sparks outrage and questions of fairness in disaster relief efforts. So the swamp is trembling as Trump delivers bold appointments like Matt Gaetz, Tulsi Gabbard, and Marco Rubio. Meanwhile, John Thun's rise of Senate Majority Leader underscores the need for ongoing grassroots engagement. Biden's failed economic policies continue to hit Americans hard, and Trump's productive meeting with Biden hints at an intriguing start to the next chapter of our constitutional republic. Now remember, folks, the fight for liberty doesn't stop here. For more news and updates, visit GoRightNews.com. Follow us on Rumble. Tune in to hashtag GoRight with Peter Boykin on platforms like Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube, and TikTok, and X, and Twitter. If you want to support the cause, you can donate at Cash App, and links are available at GoRightNews.com and PeterBoykin.com. So let's stand together for a constitutional republic that works for the people. Let's continue to go right together. God bless everybody. Peace.
It's time to go right. Let the truth ignite. We're bringing right news into the light. With Peter Boykin at the helm, we're taking a stand. Constitutionalist for America, we protect this land. Welcome to the place where opinions align. With liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right, it's the podcast for you. Welcome to the place where opinions align. With liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right, it's the podcast for you. It's time to go right. Let the truth ignite. We're bringing right news into the light. With Peter Boykin at the helm, we're taking a stand. Constitutionalist for America, we protect this land. Welcome to the place where opinions align. With liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right, it's the podcast for you. Where opinions align. With liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right, it's the podcast for you. Welcome to the place where opinions align. With liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right, it's the podcast for you. Welcome to the place.
When people are like, where's Donald Trump going to get all the money to deport millions of people? The same place you motherfuckers got it to fucking bus them and fly them all across the United States, put them up in fucking hotels, give them fucking apartments, give them free healthcare, and give them $3,500 a fucking month on a debit card. That's where we're going to get it. We're just going to stop giving them that shit and throw them the fuck out. It's pretty fucking simple. You guys already wasted billions of dollars fucking getting them here. Yes, we're going to waste billions of dollars getting them the fuck out of here and getting back to being Americans.
Elon Musk is now the Department of Government Efficiency. If you had a message for Elon Musk, what would that message be?
Elon, I'm asking you to get all of your brilliant scientists and engineers to look at the reports, the Mesa County report 1, 2, and 3, and to get a hold of the images that I did of the election servers so that you can come out and talk about it. The proof that we have that they have 36 wireless devices and that we proved, and also 29,000 election records that were erased. But even more shocking is that there's software in there that is capable of flipping votes and creating two databases that actually change the voters' intent. So you have brilliant people, you're an amazing man, and I really do believe that the people will listen to you if you would just talk to them about what we found, the proof that we found.
This is a rock.
Right.
And then they went after you. Yeah. They go after you if you're investigating.
Yes.
Right.
I've been investigating since day one, President Trump. Right.
Got the hammer, it's time to strike. Breaking through the noise, setting it right. Train in the swamp, it's a brand new fight. Truth bombs dropping, lighting up the night. Yo, Trump time. Can't stop the man with the MAGA mic. With the MAGA mic. Can't stop the man with the MAGA mic. Swinging it on my roof. Can't stop the man with the MAGA mic. Trump's got the hammer and it's time to strike. Breaking through the noise, setting it right. Train in the swamp, it's a brand new fight. Truth bombs dropping, lighting up the night. Trump time. Can't stop the man with the MAGA mic. Can't stop the man with the MAGA mic. Trump time. Can't stop the man with the MAGA mic. Can't stop the man with the MAGA mic.